because there's only one item on the docket today. The session will close after the application has been heard, and the board will deliberate in private and make its decision. You will receive the board's decision by registered mail as soon as possible. As information, all public hearings are live streamed, recorded, and will be part of the public record. As indicated, there will only be one item heard today, that being item 3. Ms. Graywood, would you please affirm the assessor's evidence?
Mr. Lobenstein, can I get you to state your full name?
Stephen Lobenstein.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Now, I note from the agenda and from the materials provided on SharePoint that there is no applicant present, nor has anything been filed. Ms. Graywood, have we received any communication from the applicant for this for this address, Camille Street?
No communication, sorry.
Nothing as yet. Okay, then what we'll do is we're going to take a brief recess, have a discussion in camera about the process to follow, and then we will call the meeting back to order. If we can go in camera, please, Ms. Graywood. We're live, thank you. I'd like to call the meeting back to order. The panel has decided to hear the application in the absence of the applicant, and as such, Mr. Lobenstein, you have been sworn in. There's one matter on the list, that being Camille Street. If you could introduce the property and provide us with a summary of your brief. It doesn't perhaps have to be in as great a detail given the circumstances, but the detail sufficient on which we can base a decision.
Sure, I'm capable of doing that. So I'll read in the roll number. It's 060932263000. It's on Camille Street. The roll year is 2025 with a reference date of April 1st, 2023. And we have an assessed value of $842,000. Going down the property description, you can see that this is a land property. There is no improvement on it. So it's 130,620 square feet. Going to my second page, you can see an outline of the property in red there, rectangular in shape, fronting Camille. I have another picture, page 3, giving you more detail of the property. You can see on page 4, we have the zoning of M2. And on my page 5, we have 5 rent comparables of how we came up with, or comparables to the assessed value. So you can see that they range from 97,964 square feet all the way up to 146,530 square feet. So they are similar in size to the subject property. These properties sold between 2016 and 2020 or 2022. So they're within the reference period. Below, you can see the land rate we're using. It's $6.45. The sales I talked about have a range between $5.46 all the way up to $9.11. Going down to my page 6, you can see the comparable 1, similar shape to the subject property. Comparable 2 is a little further out, different shape, but similar size. Comparable 3, again, similar size and close proximity to the subject property. Same with comparable 4. Then comparable 5 is quite near the subject property and has a similar shape. And then my page 9 is just the Municipal Assessment Act excerpt that we included in all of our briefs. So we feel the value of $842,000 is fair and equitable and should be confirmed. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Whitbread, have you any questions?
Just a couple. The sales info shows in 21 it was sold for $1.5 million as sworn value. Is there something we need to know how the value has changed since 21?
That actually probably shouldn't have been included. That was a multi-roll sale that included multiple parcels of land. So that is not an accurate representation for value for this property.
Thank you. Is it service land?
The land is serviced, yes. There is services running along Camille, so if they do put an improvement on, they can connect to it.
And are your comparables serviced?
Yes.
They all are. Is it for sale currently?
No. Not to my knowledge.
You don't give us any land influences as you do with your comparables. Anything we should know about?
No, not to my knowledge. This is in the St. Boniface Industrial Park, so it's got services. I'm not too sure if it's a bus road or not, but it does not have a rail line.
Okay, that's all the questions I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Penner, have you any questions?
No questions for me, thank you.
Well, I think Mr. Whitbread has asked all of the questions and dealt with the concerns that I had as well, so I don't have any questions. Mr. Lobenstein, is there any need for a summary?
There's no need for summary.
Okay, then we will conclude this matter, and the applicant will be advised by registered mail of the decision shortly.
Thank you.
I believe that completes all of the matters that are scheduled for today. We have heard that matter, and the hearing is now adjourned. Thank you, Mr. Lobenstein.
Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen.